Hi, I'm Sai. I'm a psychologist with One Special Place, and today I'll be talking about stuttering and anxiety. Stuttering is a speech fluency disorder that tends to affect our mental health as well. People who stutter often face a fear of being judged and made fun of. This can cause a lot of stress in their personal and professional lives. These feelings can lead to anxiety. Anxiety is an effect of stuttering and needs to be managed. So let us understand what is anxiety. Anxiety is our body's natural response to stress. It is feeling fearful and worrying all the time. It is feeling restless and worrying about something going wrong. It is like our body is preparing for something to go wrong. That phenomena is called anxiety. Some physiological symptoms of anxiety can be fast heart rate, sweating, palpitations, sweaty palms, fidgeting. So when these symptoms present themselves, we call it as anxiety. Now, anxiety is pretty common with people who stutter, because when people who stutter are experiencing the stress or experiencing anxiety, they often tend to avoid social situations. They are more scared to go out and talk. They will be scared to go attend a wedding or a function. They will avoid public speaking at all costs, and even if they have to attend something by default, that is going to cause them a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety. So when individuals start avoiding any social interactions and social situations because of this fear, it is called social anxiety. Social anxiety is pretty common with people who stutter. But anything that goes beyond excess, anything that affects our mental health to that extent, needs to be managed. So anxiety is basically a mental health issue, and we need to learn how to manage anxiety. So managing anxiety is a long process. It's not something for which you can take a magic pill and it goes away. We have to consciously work towards managing this anxiety, identifying our triggers, and how to overcome that feeling. This often happens slowly and it happens in stages. You cannot expect to have a overnight magic result. It is important to understand that managing anxiety first starts with managing our stress. How we perceive the stress and how we manage the stress can really make a difference. So, having healthy coping mechanisms, identifying what creates stress, identifying what causes stress for you, can be a good start. Alternatively, you can also start recording your thoughts. You can start recording your triggers. Start understanding what happens, how it happens, where it happens. Anxiety is not just something we feel. We can also point out anxiety in our body. All of us have different points of our body where we feel anxiety. For us, sometimes it might be a headache, sometimes it might be very fast heartbeat. For some it might be a pain in the knees or shaking of the legs. So start identifying, start paying attention to what happens in your body, what happens to your brain. What are the thoughts that come to you? It's also important to identify our ANTs. ANTs are automatic negative thoughts. Whenever we are out there, whenever we are in front of people, we usually have these ANTs. ANTs are thoughts that are negative. So thoughts like I am not able to do it, or I am not good enough, I will mess this up, people will make fun of me, people will judge me. These are all our automatic negative thoughts. We have no evidence as to if that's true or not. We don't know what people are thinking. This is our mind telling us, this is all in our mind, and we have to realize and we have to identify what is rational and what is not rational. So start paying attention to your ANTs and start questioning if that's a rational ANT or an irrational ANT. Another very effective strategy to manage anxiety is mindfulness. Mindfulness basically means paying attention to everything that's happening in your surroundings. Mindfulness means using all of our five senses to pay attention and to really experience whatever is happening around you. So mindfulness actually begins with being mindful of our own self. So paying attention to your thoughts, paying attention to your habits, paying attention to your physiological body can be a good start. Mindfulness goes on to other forms of meditation. Mindfulness is basically a lifestyle, so you should start reading up on mindfulness and start exploring mindfulness so you can understand how it works and you can use mindfulness to your benefit. Another important aspect to look at is taking care of our mental health. Anxiety is a mental health issue. So essentially it's important for you to start nurturing your mental health. Start looking at your mental health and the habits that you have. Start understanding what are the healthy coping mechanisms. Start reading up and start understanding what is good for you and what is not. We know that to be physically healthy, we need to eat fruits and vegetables, and we do that. Do we know what is good for our mental health as well? If not, it's time for you to start understanding, start exploring. It's important for you to have healthy coping mechanisms, and it's also important for you to identify what are the things in your environment that you can modify that are not working for you. Similarly, what are the thought patterns that are not working for you? What are the core beliefs that are not working for you and that are causing more harm to your mental health? It is equally important to see a psychologist or a counselor or a psychotherapist. A mental health professional will really help you to manage your anxiety and to also learn new techniques to relax while a triggering event is happening. Through psychotherapy and through counseling, you can effectively learn how to identify your negative thoughts and positive thoughts, irrational thoughts and rational thoughts. It will also help you with acceptance. That's something that people who struggle with. Accepting yourself and then working towards a better life. So help is always there. All you have to do is ask for it. If you are a parent or a caregiver of a child or an adult who struggles with stuttering, it's important to keep a few things in mind. Try not to be too judgmental. Try not to be too critical towards them. Be very, very accepting. Be compassionate. People who stutter are often affected by one big thought or one big worry, which is that people are judging them. The world is judging them. So it's important that they are surrounded by positivity. They are surrounded by compassion and kindness. It's important for you as their family members, parents, friends, families to understand and to also ensure that they know that nobody will judge them and you are with them no matter what. So please understand that a family, parents, caregivers, this entire environment makes the biggest difference to the person's life. So if you can go an extra mile, please do that. Please be accepting. Please let them know that you are there no matter what, and be very patient. That's all. Thank you.